Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to jump on here and flesh out some thoughts that I'm having that I have in something I think I'm gonna create an illustration or a comic strip or something. But the concept that I'm working through right now is letting go. This week has been an interesting one in that I moved out of my condo that I've lived in for 2 years. I started my journey as a landlord and welcomed the new tenants in to that same condo. I dropped off my girlfriend to the airport so that she could leave the country for a work opportunity that she's had. And outside of personal stuff, obviously there was the inauguration and welcome an end of that chapter, hopefully, and the beginning of a new one. But the letting go concept that I've been thinking about came up when during this process leading up to this week, getting ready for the move meant fixing some things. It meant throwing away some things, and it meant storing some things, keeping some things for storage for later. And I found that an interesting kind of triage of things, and I focused on the letting go part because I found myself with a lot of my company's marketing material and otherwise company related items that I was either storing in the apartment or I had in my car, and now that I don't have that place, it's just taking up space that I just want to let go. And I think I've already mentally let go of that job, knowing that I'm going to leave the country to be with Christine for the foreseeable future. And I thought it was interesting that we also had, the inauguration and the letting go of things in that sense, where we're finally letting go of this president, hopefully of what he was inciting and inspiring, but which brought me to the idea of the story that Dave Chappelle told about a poacher and a monkey, where effectively the poacher carved a hole in a boulder just so that the monkey's hand barely fit into it. And in that hole he would place food or nuts or something like that, and when the monkey reached in and grabbed it, he would then be stuck. His hand would be now too big to be released from that hole, and the monkey would get caught. But if the monkey would just have let go of this item, this thing, this food that he already didn't have before, then he would be fine. He can escape. So, I feel like there's some parallels in that with our presidency and with social movements, in that we got to let go of status quo to make those changes, and it's gonna make us feel. It's gonna make some people feel like they're losing out on something in the short term, but it's gonna be better for everyone in the long term. And drew a parallel to my job as well, because here I am already knowing that I'm going to leave this job, but planning in such a way that I can optimize how much money that how many nuts that I can stack up before I quit my job and leave. And it made me feel like, what a silly way to go about it. Because the plan was stay here for 3 months until the end of March, and then I'll go. And that day that I dropped Christine off, it was really hard on me in that I all of a sudden couldn't think of any reason not to just leave everything behind. And I'm not doing that right off the bat, but I did come to a conclusion that I can't stay holding on to that nut for that long. For those nuts, I don't know, maybe nuts wasn't the right one. So I can't be holding on to this, something that is holding me back at this point. And there's a decision that I've made now that I'm just gonna let it go at a certain point and just go. There's nothing because you can plan all you want, but it's never gonna go as such. So might as well. Sometimes it's better just to do it. But anyway, I think I'm gonna do a. So that's all to say that it's inspiring me to do an illustration or a comic strip or something along those lines, with that allegory in mind. I haven't thought it all the way through, but this is kind of the part of that process, and so keep an eye out for that. I promise this page will still have art and stuff on it. That's my intention is to be able to do more of it soon, and really soon, like tonight, hopefully. So yeah, just my thoughts on things like that. Let me know if this is helpful, and let me know if there's something that you think you might have to let go.